Hey guys, so today I am doing a watermelon inspired look using two different palettes. I'm first going to be priming my eyelids using the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in CO5, and I've done my brows using the Brow in shade 2. So firstly I'm just taking the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette and I'm taking shade number 9, which is just kind of a dark foresty green that looks like the rind of a watermelon, and I'm just taking that on the Morphe M321 brush to start off with, just to get the base colour down so it's nice and blended out and to get the winged out shape that I want. So I'm firstly just running this above my crease and just lightly blending over it and winging it out a little bit. Now I'm just taking a small pencil brush with the same colour and I'm just using that on the very end or the top of the crease just to define the colour a lot more. Then I'm also mixing that with number 15 from the same palette, just to make it darker and to define the line a lot more, so we get that nice gradient with the green. Taking the Remix palette from shaaanxo and bhcosmetics collaboration, and I'm using the shade Stalker, and I'm going to be taking that on an Exo Beauty round eyeshadow brush, just tapping it on lightly onto the lid, and then I'm going to be going over and blending it once I've put the colour down. I'm also going to be winging it out to go with the outer shape as well, which I will be cleaning up. So now I'm just taking a Colourpop flat brush. This is quite an old one from an old set years ago. So I'm just taking the same colour and mixing it with the tiniest bit of Vampette and blending those across the lid just to deepen it up a little bit more to get the rich watermelon colour that I want. And I'm also making the defined line a bit more visible. And then I'm just blending that out using a Colourpop crease blending brush just to soften the edges. And then I'm taking the flat shader brush with the pink underneath on the inner and outer corner, and then I'm blending the green on the very centre of the lower lash line. Now I'm just taking a Q-tip with a little bit of Vaseline on one side and using that to create the sharp edge. I find this better instead of using micellar water or makeup remover, just because it's a little bit more moisturing and doesn't dehydrate the skin. So now I'm just going to do the base, which I've used the Urbandecay Optical Illusion Primer, Makeup Revolution Foundation F1. Now I'm using in the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in CO5. Now I'm just using the Toofaced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer and an Exo Beauty Tulip Powder Brush and blending that on the high points of my face and to help sculpt a little bit as well. I've also set my base using the Revolution Bake and Finish powder mixed with the Avon translucent glow powder. Now I'm just taking the NYX contour kit and the shade Sculpt on XO Beauty bronzer brush, and I'm just going to chisel out my cheekbones a little bit more, make it so my face isn't as round. Now I'm just taking the shade Bestie from the Remix palette and I'm using that as my blush, and I'm taking that on a bhcosmetics blush brush, and I'm going a little bit heavy handed with this as I want it to help pop with the eyeshadow that we've done. So I'm just bringing it up through my temples and on the tip of my nose. And now I'm taking the Revolution Luxured Lights Warm palette and the lightest shade in the palette. This is just a kind of rose gold, more silver toned. And I'm just using the Morphe M451 brush and using that to highlight the high points of my face and anywhere where I want a little bit more glow. Now I'm just using the Benefit roller liner in the shade Black and the OXX Studio Lashes in Hayley. So I've just done a very standard wing along the shape of the line that we did earlier with the shadow. I've also put little black dots for the seeds, and I've done a white liner in the crease in between the green and the pink to do the little rind of the watermelon, and I used a Essence long lasting eye pencil in white. Now I'm just going to do my lips, and I'm using the LA Girl Natural Cream lip liner, and I'm taking the Topshop lipstick in the shade Devotion. And this just complements the shadows that we've done with the pinks and the blush as well. It just brings this look all together. And I've also set my face using the Revolution Sports Fix setting spray as well, just to help soak in all of the powders. So as you can see, I've done little dots all over where the seeds are. So it's best to keep your eye a little bit closed for maybe like 2 minutes. Just let it dry fully so it doesn't spread if you've got hooded eyes like I do. I really hope you recreate this look. Definitely go check out my Instagram, it's linked down below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!